Hey friend, it's me Vasco with a quick announcement. We at the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast are organizing this year's Scrum Master Summit. For tickets and details on the summit, check out the URL bit.ly/SM Summit 22. All one word, SMSUMMIT 22. And now, on to the show. Hello everybody, welcome to our product. Not just product owner, but product episode this Friday with Jurgen Appelo. Hi, Jurgen. Welcome back.
Hey, Vasco. It's good to be here.
All right. So we talk about product. So you actually continue to be a product developer. You have developed products before as an employee, and these days as an entrepreneur, you have your own products that you are developing, and therefore you have a lot of experience with product development in your career. So what are some of the key lessons that you've learned about product development that you have now applied to the topic of this week, right? The Unfixed Model.
Yeah. So, first of all, I call myself author, speaker, entrepreneur in that order. Primarily, I love writing books and I like talking about stuff. And then on the side, I also do some entrepreneuring and product development because I enjoy it. I don't claim to be any good at it, but it's good to have the experience, indeed, as you say, so that I know what I'm talking about. And one thing that I noticed, for example, I have been working on a product called Mindsettlers, which offers qualification programs where people can earn diplomas for reading articles, watching videos, listening to your podcast, Vasco, because there are quite a few episodes of yours in there as well. And then they get points and they get diplomas. Now, well, people like the idea. Actually, I have 100 diplomas already generated. However, I did quite a few customer interviews. It turns out that people have difficulty using the product because they just don't have the time. It is super hard to integrate this into their daily lives, work lives as workers. And one person literally said, "Oh, I love the idea. I love it." And then I could see in the log that he had not used the product for 3 months. And then I said, "Well, what's the issue here?" "Oh, yeah, but I really should get back to it because I'm unable to integrate it in my work life." And then I thought, that's the problem that I need to solve. I have been solving the wrong problem. I have been creating a product of which people say that they like it, but they're not using it as much as I had hoped. So the real problem definition needs to be changed. It needs to become more micro-learning and offering people moments of learning within the small time slots that they have available. Well, I still have to solve that problem. I have to change the product. But that is an example of what I have learned of really understanding the experience from the customer's side, from the user's side, because we're often solving the wrong problem, basically, as we interpret it to be. And one of the quotes that I love is from Kathy Shera, a famous product designer. She said, "Your job is not to create awesome features. It is your job to make awesome users." And that's a big difference there. And my users do not feel awesome about using my product. Actually, they feel embarrassed about not using it towards me, which is of course silly. So I make them feel embarrassed. That is not my intention.
That's not where we want our users to be. That's for sure.
Exactly.
So let's explore this a bit more. So on Fridays, we talk to product owners and, of course, to Scrum Masters who work with product owners. I'll take the role of the Scrum Master here because I work with product owners on a regular basis. And what I hear from them, what they talk about, what they think about, what they explore, what they investigate, what they research, is always the feature. In fact, most of our product management structure in place in most organizations today is optimized for maximizing the amount of features in progress, right? Like everybody knows how big and unwieldy the backlogs and the roadmaps can become because we want to stuff so much stuff in. And I see very few product owners talking about what is the customer experience in the words that you described here, right? So you talked about, to refresh our memories, people feel embarrassed when they talk to me about why they don't use my product, right? That's the experience. The experience is not, is the user interface pretty? Do they find the link? Can they sign up when they want? Like, and that's what many of us are still calling experience, right? It's the interaction with the actual technical product, but you're talking about a different thing. So let's explore that a bit more. Of course, I want to know, how did you come to that conclusion? And also, how would you describe this to an existing product owner who's knee deep in a sea of features?
Well, let's start with the best insights I have on this are not from the Agile world, but from the Jobs to be Done community, where they know a lot more about what it means to innovate. And there's another quote by Clayton Christensen, who popularized the Jobs to be Done concept. And he said, new products succeed not because of the features they offer, but because of the experiences they enable. Again, the focus on experience. Let me give you a very concrete example. I shared it a couple of times before with others. I deleted an app that was a perfect app from my phone, which was a grocery app. It was really smooth. The ordering was awesome. I could reorder things I'd ordered before. No complaints whatsoever about the app. But it happened, I ordered 10 times. It happened 3 times that when the delivery person came to my house, about 2 hours before, I got a message saying, sorry, we ran out of yogurt. And then I had no yogurt. And this was 3 days after I had made my order. So they had 3 days to get the yogurt. And they didn't give me yogurt. So I had to go to the supermarket after all to get the yogurt. Well, if I go to the supermarket, I might as well get everything there. And then I don't have to wait a couple of days, right? So, and this happened 3 times. And then I said, okay, this is it. This is a bad experience for me. I don't care about your super awesome, super slick app. I care about my fridge being full. That is my experience, that there's now yogurt missing and that I have to go to the supermarket after all. So in this case, the product team didn't fail. They did everything they had to do to create a good app, but logistics failed. Sometimes it's finance failing. Sometimes it's support failing. Sometimes they do a great job, but the product team screws it up. The customer experience is more than just the product. And you use the word product several times now, Vasco. I mean, product ownership, there's product management, product roadmaps, product backlogs. In less, they call the teams feature teams. Well, there you have the problem. That is a symptom of the very problem that I am trying to address here. They are not teams creating features, as Kathy Shera said. They should be teams enabling experiences, make people feel awesome. And I felt annoyed. I felt not good about having to go to the supermarket again for the final part of the shopping list. And I really love that concept of making people feel awesome. You may have seen that I am painting my house, Vasco, on Facebook. And I feel an awesome painter now because I get compliments from my family and my friends. Oh, wow, these walls look so good. Please also come over to my house. They say, and then I say, well, I could, but I'm very expensive. But that is the feeling that I want to have when I sit in my room and I look at the walls and the doors and I think, ooh, I did that. Look at how good it is. That is the job of the paint, to make me feel a great painter. That is the job of the brush and the paint roller and everything. They all have the same job. Make me feel good about painting my house. We need to have a similar attitude in our Scrum teams or whatever kind of teams we have, because as you said, they're far too often just feature factories. And yes, there is some notion there about it should be valuable to the customer. Well, guess what? That app on my phone, it was really, really good, but I deleted it. And it was not the fault of the product manager, even. It was the fault of the company at a higher level.
I think this actually brings us kind of full circle, I guess, from when we got started this week on Monday. So you guys can go and check out the other episodes. which is that we're talking about a model, the unfixed model, that looks at the organization as a holistic system. It does not look at just IT.
Yes. Yeah. There's not a word of IT or software, I think, on the website. At least they may have slipped in, but that is not specifically the target audience. This could be any organization. And as I said, I've been inspired by several organization design books that are not specifically about software companies, but they do recognize that even in an agile organization, you might have various value streams covered by end-to-end self-organizing Scrum teams, which is great, but then still they optimize for their own areas, their own app, their own website, their own whatever it is they're offering. But the customer gets the whole experience, and then things don't connect, or they even conflict with each other. So you need some team, I call them the experience crew, to feel responsible for that entire experience across the various value stream crew. They need to know every little irritation that customers report of, well, this product was great, but it did not connect well with that other product, which is also great, by the way, but the connection between them was wrong. That the experience crew needs to know, and then work with those product managers or product owners to get those issues solved.
Absolutely. Maybe we should get all of the product owners to spend part of their time. So you can go back to, I believe it is the Monday episode when we talked about flexible team membership, right? So maybe the product owners should spend part of their time working as a crew in the experience crew. That's a possibility. That's a suggestion for you guys out there to consider. I don't know if that's what you meant, though, Jurgen.
It's more of the same thing, indeed. In the model, I call them facilitation crews. That is borrowed from Team Topologies, by the way, Matthew Skelton and Emmanuel Pais, who have a similar pattern of agile coaches or product owners or whatever who work across several value streams just to make sure that they coordinate, collaborate, and do not just optimize their own value stream. The experience crew, as I call it, does the same thing, only then focused on the customer experience explicitly.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, Manuel Pais and Matthew Skelton have been guests here on the podcast. If you want to know more about Team Topologies, you can check out the book and you can check out the episodes. The link will be in the show notes for you to follow that. Jurgen, we've talked this week about the unfixed model. For those of you who are listening to this in the future, tomorrow there will be a very special bonus episode where we talk about something that kind of inspired a lot of the things we talked about today, complexity, with Jurgen and another guest, Ari-Pekka Skarp, who's been writing about complexity for many years now. So if you guys want to check it out, do check it out. It's coming out tomorrow if you're listening to this live or almost live. And otherwise, you can already check it now because it will have been published already. And you can all find more about the model that Jurgen was introducing at unFIX.work. Check out all the details and the blog posts there. But how about you, Jurgen? Where can people find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
Well, you mentioned the website, indeed, which is the most important for now. So I blog only on unFIX.work for the next couple of months and year, perhaps. But hey, my own website, jurgenappelo.com, is still up and running for anyone who wants to reach out to me personally. Happy to answer any questions. And but I do hope that some are going to join the unFIX community that is slowly building up, where people ask questions and share experiences. And the first case studies are already in the works. One is published already, and others should be arrive very soon, because people would like to play with this. As I said earlier, it's like Lego for organization design, and I love Lego. I even used colors that sort of reminded me of my young years as a Lego fanatic.
So where can people join that community and interact more with the rest of the unFIX.work community?
Through the website unFIX.work, you will find it easy enough through the menu, through the membership, the connection to the community is there.
Absolutely. So check it out, unFIX.work. Jurgen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your generosity with your time and your knowledge.
Thank you for the invite, Vasco. I enjoyed it very much.
Hey friends, it's Vasco again, now with a bit longer announcement. I'm part of the team that is behind the Global Scrum Master Summit, the conference dedicated to the Scrum Master role. If you're a Scrum Master, the Scrum Master Summit is the place to learn, to share, and of course to meet new friends. We will have lots of live sessions where you can meet and network with other Scrum Masters from the whole globe. So make sure you check it at bit.ly/SM Summit 22. We have several amazing keynotes and 7 tracks that feature people like you and, of course, thought leaders sharing their insights, their knowledge, and helping you become an awesome Scrum Master. You can check out all of the details of the summit, including the keynotes announced, the track chairs, and much more at bit.ly/SM Summit 22. That's all one word. That's bit.ly/SM SUMMIT and the numeral 22. I'll see you on the conference floor.